Today's date is January 6th. January 6th is the church holiday called Epiphany. It marks the day when the wise men visited Jesus and brought him gifts. Last year on Epiphany, I featured the hymn, We Three Kings of Orient Are. For this video, I'll be featuring the hymn As with Gladness Men of Old. I had forgotten all about this Epiphany hymn. I rediscovered it in one of my hymnals when I was looking for the hymn I used in last week's video. The text was written by William C. Dix on January 6, 1859. He was unable to attend church on Epiphany because he was recovering from a long illness. When he read the section in Matthew about the wise men, he was inspired to write the words to the hymn. The hymn tune was written by Conrad Coker, which was adapted by William Monk. It was called Dix, after the lyricist. The meter is 7-7-7-7-7-7. When you hear the tune, you may think it sounds familiar. That's because this hymn tune is also used for the hymn For the Beauty of the Earth. In the first verse, the lyricist speaks of how the wise men saw the star. They rejoiced in its light, which led them to Jesus. In the third line, the lyricist asks that the Lord would lead us to him forever, like the wise men were led to Jesus by the star. In the second verse, the lyricist stated how the wise men sped to see Jesus in his lowly bed, to bend their knees to him, the one who heaven and earth adore. In the third line, the lyricist states that with willing feet, we should always seek God's mercy seat. In the third verse, the lyricist stated how the wise men offered their gifts at Jesus' cradle. Now, the reading in Matthew about the wise men calls Jesus a child, which means he wouldn't be sleeping in a cradle anymore. But we'll let that slip for poetic license. In the next two lines, the lyricist states that we should bring our costliest treasures to Jesus, our heavenly King, with hearts pure and free from sin. In the fourth verse, the focus changes from the wise men to Christians. The lyricist asks Jesus to keep us in the narrow way, so that when our lives are past, he will bring us our ransomed souls to heaven, where his glory is not hidden. And what a glorious day that will be. In the fifth verse, the focus changes to the New Jerusalem, which is referred to as the heavenly country bright. It needs no light because the sun never goes down. God is its light. There in eternity, we will always sing hallelujahs to our King. Stay tuned. The sung version of the hymn is next. As with gladness men of old did the guiding star behold, as with joy they hailed its light, leading onward, beaming bright. So most gracious God, may we evermore be led to thee. As with joyful steps they sped, Savior, to thy lowly bed, there to bend the knee before thee, whom heaven and earth adore. So may we with willing feet ever seek thy mercy seat. As they offered gifts most rare at thy cradle rude and bare, so may we with holy joy, pure and free from sin's alloy, all our costliest treasures bring, rise to thee, our heavenly King. Holy Jesus, every day, keep us in the narrow way, and when earthly things are past, bring our ransomed souls at last, where they need no star to guide, where no clouds thy glory hide. In the heavenly country bright, need they no created light. Thou its light, its joy, its crown, thou its sun which goes not down. Therefore ever may we seek Alleluias to our King. Thanks for listening. I'm glad you stopped by. If you like what you hear, please consider subscribing. See you next time.